to the Coast to Coast podcast brought to you by The Lines and Play Picks, coming to you from the West Coast. Josh Lander, joined as always by my counterpart on the East Coast, Nate Weitzer. Another solid article on playpicks.com for you guys tonight. We have another sweet, juicy slate on Friday, March the 12th. We did have an opportunity for a gift card last night. If anybody was able to guess Kyrie Irving's total points, rebounds, and assists, my guy went off for 41, Kyrie to God, last night. He had 51 total. Nobody was able to guess that. He had 40 points alone, covering his points, rebounds, and assists total, if you did catch that on FanDuel, as we told you to. And as always, if you do need a FanDuel or a DraftKings account, head over to fdpicks.com, dkpicks.com, check out those local listings, and stick around for another opportunity at a gift card since nobody won that last night, Nate. And let's jump into those lines for tonight.
Yes, sir. A little bit more of a manageable slate here on Friday, but plenty of injury news to monitor. We'll start with the Sixers -4 at Wizards. Embiid expected back, Ben Simmons out, and Bradley Beal's a game-time decision for Washington. Nuggets -3.5 at the Grizzlies. The Cavs are +7 at the Pelicans. The Heat without Bam Adebayo -2.5 at the Bulls. The Magic +7 at the Spurs, who are missing DeMar DeRozan and planning to trade LaMarcus Aldridge. The Rockets comically +17 at Utah. And the Pacers +4.5 at Lakers to wrap it up. That +17 spread, I don't think we're going to address it beyond this. It is what it is. Worst team versus best team. I'm not betting on that in any way, shape, or form. But Josh, what are you looking to bet on today?
The Rockets are bad right now. That started at 10.5. That might have been worth it at 24 hours ago or however long ago that came out. But I'm not going to go near that right now. Actually, Utah is one of the teams I'm expecting to dip a little bit in the second half. But I'm going to start with a game that is on the East Coast, the Chicago game versus the Heat. As you mentioned, Bam is out. That didn't really seem to matter last night in terms of not having stars for the Sixers, who were still able to handle the Bulls without Embiid and Simmons. I do like the fact for Miami anyway. I do like the fact that they play well against Chicago. That's something that's been recent history versus these two teams. They've won 8 of their last 9 overall, and then 3 straight in Chicago alone. So even though Bam's out, I think you can look for Jimmy to take over. He's back. He's healthy. He's rested. He's got 27 plus in 4 straight for them. So honestly, if you're looking at it's not a giant spread right now, but if you do want to get basically the Heat at a money line option, you can still get that with Jimmy scoring 25 plus points and a Heat win on FanDuel. That's plus 255. I do think you'll be able to see a lot of points from Jimmy in this game. The Bulls give up plenty. So I'm looking at the Heat and Jimmy props in that game.
Yeah, I love Jimmy Butler in every way here tonight because with Bam out, they're going to play Kelly Olynyk at center, and then they're going to kind of shift things around where Jimmy is actually the guy attacking the paint, right? And Chicago, maybe the worst team in the league defending the paint. I mean, they give up the most paint points at home. They're second worst in terms of 2-point percentage allowed. And Jimmy has always been motivated against his former team in 3 games at Chicago since leaving, averaging 29 points per game on nearly 50% shooting. So love that pairing those together. I mean, Miami's not going to win without him turning up. So getting him 25 plus points is a good bet. And the assists have been piling in for him too. So I would look at that as a prop as well.
Yeah.
And then, so that Washington-Philly game that we mentioned with all the injury news, it really depends how you're going to bet it. If Bradley Beal's out, Washington is just sunk. I mean, the leading scorer in the NBA, he's only missed 2 games. They have a negative 10 net rating and average just 107 points per game. In those games, he has 91 points in 2 games against Philly this year. So obviously the Sixers, with their MVP candidate, should be able to roll.
Yeah.
If Beal plays, I do like the over. The last meeting between these teams went to about 277. It's utterly ridiculous. Without Ben Simmons, Beal should have his way. Sixers on a back-to-back. They do go over very often with a rest disadvantage, 6-2 to be exact, 4-1 on a back-to-back. And Washington is not going to be able to stop Embiid at all. They gave up 78 paint points to Memphis in their last game, and the Sixers just got 78 paint points against Chicago without Joel Embiid. So I expect a lot of points to be scored. I would, if betting this early, I would just take the Sixers,
Yeah.
hope that Beal is not 100%, even if he plays, and hope that the Sixers just maintain their momentum from last night.
Yeah, I was actually really excited when I saw the spread come out at about 5 in favor of the Sixers. I thought Embiid might still be out. He's not, and that Brad Beal might be. So I do like taking the Sixers right away. I think when it comes down to for Embiid as well is how bad Washington defends in the paint. As we mentioned the other last night when they, or I guess it was a couple nights ago now, they lost to the Grizzlies. And JV had his way, right? Valanciunas just went off for a 2020 game, and Embiid is a much better player than that. So I think you'll continue to be able to see value for the big men playing against Washington. And then speaking of a team that needs to really pull it together right now, that's the Lakers. They're taking on another team that I don't know if they'll be able to pull it together. In the Pacers, they've just been horrible lately. And just as much as I'm looking at, what I'm looking at in this game mostly, at least from the Lakers' perspective, is LeBron with rest. And LeBron knowing that his team has something that it really needs to prove at this point moving forward if they're going to remain in the Western Conference standings at the top. And Indy is 0-8 against the spread versus teams with a winning record. And then in their last 8 games as a dog, they've lost as well. So they're not really impressing anybody there. They have been turning the ball over a ton lately. In their last 8, they're in the bottom 4 in the league in turnovers. And then just a nice little stat for the Lakers: when they do turn over the ball less than their opponent, they're 11-2. So I do like that, and I like LeBron's props tonight. He's scored at least 38 points against the Pacers in their last 4 meetings. So I'm looking at him to be able to put up 30 points and get that win tonight, to get some pretty nice odds at FanDuel there, about plus 158. So that's what I like in the Lakers indie game.
Yeah, I mean, Josh is getting all the good picks today. I would ride with both of those picks for sure. Love this Lakers pick because you just look at the beyond the box score here. I mean, LeBron sat the last game before the break. He sat basically the entire All Star game. He is clearly plotting his MVP, hitting the afterburners to try to win that MVP, to try to get the Lakers towards the top seed, get them playing well, more importantly, before the playoffs. And it's going to start tonight at home, setting the tone against a team that just cannot compete against good teams. I mean, they're 6-15 straight up against any team with a winning record. And the Lakers at home, not to be trifled with. This spread is pretty small, understandably, because the Lakers tend to come out slow. So as we have all season, watch the Lakers for that slow start to maybe get some even better odds as a live bet. That's been their MO.
Yep.
Finally, the Grizzlies and Nuggets both have been very hot lately. The Nuggets, though, have been hotter. They have the best net rating and offensive rating over their last 6. They are number 2 in 3-point defense in that span, and Memphis is number 1. They're number 3 in scoring allowed. Memphis is around 5, both allowing around under 105 points per game. 4 of the last 6 Nuggets games have gone under. And you look at Memphis, kind of a fluky or maybe just capitalizing on bad defense lately with Dylan Brooks and the rookie Desmond Bane going off. I don't think they're going to be able to get that type of production against Denver. I do like the under in this matchup. I don't think Jamal Murray is going to be able to stay as hot as he is against that Memphis 3-point defense. So I do like the under, and I do like Denver to win. If you parlay those together, you get 2-1 on your money. But again, the first 2 picks Josh mentioned are our most confident tonight.
Yeah, I'm with it. There's going to be a ton of games, every night, Nate. Don't feel the need that, to everybody out there, that you need to just put money on every single game. Find the ones where you really feel the most comfortable, as we do, and keep your bets to a place that, like we said, you feel comfortable. With Memphis, Denver, yeah, I'm looking at the same stuff. So, not to really repeat too much of what you said. There's a few other games out there for some quick hits, Nate, if you're interested, in terms of the Magic being able to cover a pretty big spread on the road against the Spurs. Not sure what we're going to see from the Spurs tonight, and Orlando has done a good job keeping things close in their last 8 or 9 games, especially when they do have Evan Fournier on the floor, as they will tonight. So just a quick little one there to add. And I guess for you, anything else that you're looking for tonight in terms of DFS and some value?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Magic pick. They also get Aaron Gordon back tonight. which is great. And yeah, DeMar DeRozan out. The Spurs averaged under 100 points per game in the 3 games he's missed. They're kind of in a tailspin with LaMarcus Aldridge and trade rumors. But yeah, from the Magic, Michael Carter Williams has been putting up numbers lately. He's a locked in cash play for me, under 5K at FanDuel. Also, would definitely play Kelly Olynyk with Bam out of out against the Bulls interior defense that is terrible. Jimmy Butler is a priority for me to pay up for tonight. Also, LeBron if you can get him, but Jimmy and Joel Embiid are the stars to get. And Colin Sexton should stay hot against that horrendous Pelicans defense, especially if his partner Darius Garland misses tonight.
Colin Sexton should stay hot. That was way to make it through that one. And speaking of LeBron being able to go off tonight, I did want to, before we forget, LeBron is going to be the subject of our prop tonight for that gift card. Give us his points, rebounds, assists total combined tonight against the Pacers. Make sure you are liked and subscribed to the video, and then drop those comments before the game starts so we can get someone the gift card for getting LeBron's props tonight. That's all the time we have for today, Nate. Hoping you guys have a good weekend. We'll be back on Monday with another great show. And as for tonight, happy betting.